Russell Wilson, who visited last week, is not in the building. And obviously the Shedeur Sanders conversation with Todd McShay. So there's so many different things that we could cut this, and so many rumors about quarterbacks. And then you still have Deshaun Watson in the fold, in the building, and it kind of sends mixed messages. So let me give me your thoughts on what do you think about Deshaun Watson's comeback. Give me your thoughts on Deshaun Watson in general. And do you think that, this is something he's doing to try to rehabilitate himself to get with another program and another team down the line? This was on UCSS today.
Yeah, he admitted it.
And I think
but he's going to still keep.
I think for him, he's in the he's realized that I'm in a situation where no matter what I do, which is what you're saying, no matter what I do, there's always going to be a negative connotation to everything.
That is correct, yes.
Because of the things that's happened in his life over the past,
the things he's
whatever.
accused of.
Correct.
And his terrible play on the field.
Correct. And for him, I think this is his way of saying, like, he's trying to stay locked in, because everybody's like, oh, he's never going to play for the Browns, nor is he ever going to play in the football league, National Football League again. And I think for him, this is his motivation to be like, I'm still working, I'm coming back. Like, I'm going to play. Whether it's with the Browns, whether it's with anybody, I'm going to play. And this is just him putting that type of message out, is that people are counting me out, I'm not done, I'm coming back.
And that was on UCSS today. Tyvis Powell, Mikey McNuggets, and Adam the Bull talking about the rehab video. I watched the rehab video. Like I've always said, in general, I have a very soft spot in my heart for people that go through rehab. My career was cut short in college. I've had multiple surgeries. I still have multiple surgeries now because of what happened during football. So football is a great sport, but I know what it is to have to go through rehab and do those surgeries and different things like that. So, anybody that's rehabbing, it almost sends me back in time, and I can almost feel myself being on those tables. But specifically about Deshaun Watson, here's my thought process on it. There's two things. There's two worlds that I go with. The first road is there, maybe some people out there that, still upset about the allegations, still upset about the suspensions, and all that good stuff. To me, I don't entertain those folks anymore. At the end of the day, you want to be upset about Deshaun Watson, fine, so be it. But we've already had cases in situations where we found out Tony Busby tried to railroad Jay-Z with same sort of allegations. You can go check that out, but by himself, he's actually getting countersued right now by Jay-Z. By the way, we have Justin Tucker, who was out here. And for a lot of people, the NFL has been super quiet on Justin Tucker. The Baltimore Ravens have been super quiet on Justin Tucker. The rest of the NFL and the media have been super quiet on Justin Tucker. And so, when all those people that was on their moral high horse, I don't see those tweets anymore. I don't see those the creep tweets and all of the crazy stuff that goes on, and I don't even see it from Baltimore Ravens fans. So there's a group of people that they've had their pound of flesh, they've stood on their moral soapboxes, and I condemn this. He should never play again. We don't see the same energy, and we've given it months with Justin Tucker. And you can save it. Well, it took a year for the stuff to come with Watson, and it was so many cases. Like, I think that the cases is up to up double digits for Justin Tucker now. So we feel like, let's be honest, some people, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Some people didn't like the allegations. Hey, I didn't like the allegations. But at the end of the day, let's be clear. Some people only like the allegations when it has something to do with Deshaun Watson, because they don't got the same energy for Justin Tucker. It's just not, it's unequivocal. It's not, listen, it is not even an arguable conversation. Oh, G. Bush, you're putting the cape on for Deshaun Watson. Whatever. Listen, I don't got no time for that. At the end of the day, I'm in here to talk about what's going on these fields. And obviously, there's a part of our society that does not feel the same way when it comes to other people. I'll just keep it real. Just give you that. Now, onto the football field. Deshaun Watson, in my opinion, has already played his last game for the Cleveland Browns. We all know that. I think Deshaun Watson knows that. I think we all know that. We are moving on in terms of the quarterback. We already have another quarterback in the building, Kenny Pickett. We already have guys like Shedeur Sanders who are lined up to come and to be potentially the number 2 overall pick in the draft. We have guys that are bridge quarterbacks that are that are coming into Berea that they're interested in, Carson Wentz's of the world. We talked about Russell Wilson. So those guys are going to come in, and the Cleveland Browns are going to make make over their room. Their room is going to be made over. They're going to have all new people, all new quarterbacks in those rooms, and that's where the Cleveland Browns want to move to. And I think Deshaun Watson knows that. I think the organization knows that. And I think they've already told Deshaun Watson this. I think they've had a conversation with him. I think they've had conversations with Myles Garrett. And one of the conversations was, hey, Myles, Deshaun is not going to be back. We're moving on. We're going to draft a quarterback. Hey, Deshaun, you're going to get your money. We're going to have to restructure you a few times to be able to still do our business. But I'm telling you, let me let you know, you're going to get your bag of money. Here's what we need you to do. Feel free to come work out. Feel free to continue to rehab. Feel free to continue your career, because what's going to happen is once they pay him, he's going to now try to resurrect his career somewhere else. And a lot of people have said, and this may be true, who knows, based on his skill set, based on the allegations, based on how much money he's owed, some team is either going to give him a chance or not give him a chance. And for Deshaun Watson, it's up to him to figure out how bad he wants to play football, because now he's going to have this is the uphill battle. Usually when you have a certain skill set, you're allowed to get away with certain things. When you have a certain skill set and you got talent on your team, you're allowed to move and shape, and you may have some stuff in your character bag that people will deal with. But here's the thing. You haven't showed that in 3-4 years. People are saying that you don't even have that skill set anymore. So now it's like, why would I bring you in and then you still don't have the skill set, and I'm going to have to take all the backlash and all those things. So now this is where the adversity starts. It wasn't last year when you tore your Achilles. This is the uphill battle. You're going to have to show teams that you can come in and not be a distraction. You're going to have to show teams you can come in and take whatever role that they're going to be giving, whether that's you coming off the backup role, whether that's a bridge quarterback, whether that's a guy that's going to get invited to a camp, whether that's a guy who they might invite you to be a camp on. And you've never been in that position before. So you're going to have to shape and mold the way you think about the game. And we're going to see how much you love the game, because you're going to have to bust your tail just to get into these locker rooms and get into these organizations for them to put you on the roster. That's the way the game is set up. And at the end of the day, it's a dog-eat-dog world. And, when you're playing on the field in a certain way, they can give you those situations where you have to take what they give you. So for me, I wish him all the best of luck in wherever he goes. I wish him the best of luck. Hopefully he does something and is able to rehabilitate his career. And I'll keep it a buck. I keep the same energy. I said the same thing about Baker Mayfield. I didn't think Baker Mayfield was going to be the top of the creme de la creme, and he was going to go somewhere else. But when he went to Carolina Panthers, when he went to the Rams, when he went to the Buccaneers, I was not one of these dudes running around here being like, oh, Baker's trash. Oh, Baker shouldn't get this off. I hate Baker. For what, bro? This man is trying to feed his family. Anybody trying to feed their family and do what they need to do and further their career, I wish you the best luck. It's just not going to be here. And that's simple as that. So a lot of people can take it the way they want. For me, I've moved on. A lot of people have moved on, and the Cleveland Browns have moved on. So Deshaun Watson deserves an opportunity to move on too. So if he wants to put his videos out, if he wants to show people the progress, if he wants to motivate himself, if he wants to put it out there and do it, I'm all for it. And I'm not going to tell Cleveland Browns fans what to do. Y'all can boo, cheer, do whatever y'all want to. My energy is focused on one thing. Where's these quarterbacks coming from? What we doing? And how we going to get to a point where we get us a franchise quarterback and we relevant and winning football games. All the tabloid stuff, I could care less about it. I'm not going to go back and forth with you about that. I'm not going back and forth with you about a bunch of stuff. It's time for us to worry about what's in front of us. And what's in front of us is figuring out what we're trying to do. We're figuring out what we getting that quarterback. We're figuring out what we need to do in this draft. And I think the quicker we get to that and the more we concentrate on that, the better we'll be as an organization. Kevin Stefanski going to get a new room. Kevin Stefanski is going to get 3 new quarterbacks. And Kevin Stefanski better coach up these quarterbacks and get us to a place. So with that being said, Deshaun Watson's injury, I think good for him. I hope he's on the mend. I hope he has a great career. He resurrects his career somewhere else. But as far as I'm concerned, that career will not be here.